Hey everyone, it's Dimitar. I will try to make this video short, but I don't promise. So today we'll talk about custom functions and custom actions and custom, what else we had? And custom widgets and custom functions. So everything based custom code you can write in FlutterFlow. We'll talk about it today. Mainly, we will talk about custom widgets because custom, for me personally, custom depends on what you want to do, of course. But for me, custom widgets is the most powerful thing in FlutterFlow because you can embed your own logic and you can even hide this widget so it's not visible. For example, if you want to make a timer, like not a timer, but if you want to run some code inside your screen or page, inside your page for for example, every 15 seconds. And this is actually the, you have to use the custom widget. But first thing first, let's talk about little background. So I personally use this course in Udemy to learn Flutter, and it's very and Dart. So it's very important actually to have some background and to know what you are doing and to be able to know and distinguish from bracket to bracket and line by line to generally know what you are doing. So keep in mind this is so to say advanced course. It's not advanced video. It's not a course, but it's one advanced video. So yeah, if you can afford and buy this, there are some discounts. Udemy, by the way, sometimes. So yeah, if you can afford and buy this course, I strongly recommend you. And second most important thing, it's to actually watch all the videos that FlutterFlow provide. They are actually very, very good at watch and to learn a lot of things. You can see that I myself watched almost all the videos that FlutterFlow made. So it's very important to watch those videos as well. They actually have a video about custom functions as well. You can see it over here. So watch that as well. And finally, make sure that you have set up your environment in your computer. So in order to follow those steps and make sure you did that, go to the docs, docs.flutterflow.io, go to deploying your app and go testing your app and set up. And for sure, make sure that you have, make sure that you have installed the IDE. So so you need Android Studio, or if you are using Mac OS, because I'm using Linux, sorry. But if you're using Mac OS, you need Xcode, as you can see it over here. So yeah, follow those steps. Make sure that you did that, and then you basically you can do almost anything with FlutterFlow and Flutter and Dart. I know that in the community, there is almost every day there is someone that is asking, is it possible to do this, or is it possible to do that, or is it possible to make something with a custom function or custom widget or whatever? So today I wanted actually to do a few things and give you a few examples, but I didn't have the time. So today I will talk about, there is a guy, sorry I don't remember the name, but there is one guy that asked if it's possible to send the personal location, the user location every 15 seconds or something like that. So I made a custom function that is actually can do this without clicking any buttons or something like that. So I will just show you and walk you through what I did. And actually, the most important part is actually I will show you how you can do this with everything that you want to do with FlutterFlow. Actually, it's relevantly simple, but as I said, you have to know, you have to have this background in order to do this. So, um, so first things first. This is the custom widget that I did, and most important part, one of the most important parts is that in order to if you want to do something in the page on the screen, I'll call it page because FlutterFlow is calling it page. So if you want to do something in the page, at the beginning of the page, when the page is started, you need to use init state, because init state actually it's a function that is actually executed every time that you load the screen. And in our case, every time that this custom widget is embedded in some page, it will be executed. So that's why I have this init state function, and it's very simple. You have to write, I will show you, you have to write just overwrite, I hope I spell it correctly, and then void, and then init state, and then everything inside this over here, code. So everything is inside this over here will be your code that you want to execute every time the page is loaded. This can be anything. This can be a user to check if it's a user, if it's admin, and then redirect it to some other page, or to check something else. I don't know, whatever you want, you can do it over here. I will delete that because it's complaining that I have two init states, and of course you cannot have two init states inside the widget. And I will just walk you through right now. If you want to, in this example, I hope it's a good example, because you probably need it for something else. But in this example, I'm just taking duration for 1 second, and this is 1 second. It's a constant, and then I have a simple int which is equal to 1. And then I have the timer. I'm getting the timer. The timer is actually, I think it's from async. I'm not sure, but I think is it probably, I don't know, probably if I do it like this, yeah, it's from async, so it's coming from async, so you need to import that in order to work the timer. And then the timer have this periodic, so it's actually executing on a time based, on duration based that you supplied over here. It could be hours, it could be minutes, it could be seconds, it could be milliseconds, I think, as well. And then in our case, it's 1 second, and then you have the timer, which is t in this case. And first thing, here, let me go over here. Let me just tell you what is going on over here, and then we'll come over to this part over here. So I'm increasing every time it's going through the timer. I'm increasing this int by 1. So it's in 1. That means that the int is 1, and then it's going to 2, and then it's going to 3, and then it's going to 4, and so on and so forth. And then I have a simple if here, and then I checked if its int is equal to 10, then just cancel the timer, because if I don't have this, the timer will go infinity to infinity, which is actually, I don't want that, because this is not a good practice. Whatever you do with coding, it's not a good practice to have something that it's not stopping. It's never stopping. So it's that's why I put that over here. And then I have else. And if the number it's from 0, it's actually from 1, sorry. So if it's the number it's from I can make it from 0, of course, but if I make it, I have to compile, but I don't want to compile right now because I don't want to lose time. So it's I have the else, sorry, and I am just printing. If you print, actually, I'll show you. If you print, you can watch in the console log in the browser what is going on. So I'm just saying hi from loop, and then the int, and then the location of the user. So the location of the user, it's relatively simple. I'm actually getting the location. You can actually get the location from the global variable. I can show you over here. I think it's probably you know that, but let me show you. So if you have this, for example, this chop, and I can have from variable, and I can say global variables. It's global properties, sorry, and then it's this one. It's currently right now it's not working because of course this is not. It needs to be set for latitude and longitude in order to work in here in the local states. So you can take it from here. Currently right now I have only one parameter. It's actually two parameters because this is a required parameter. You cannot delete this one, the width and the height of the widget. And then the second parameter, it's the user location, and it's data type, it's longitude and latitude, and it's not list. And you can actually get this property by using widget.dat and then use the name of the property. So it's this one. So I'll show you how you can add another property. It's like demo property, and it's I don't know, you can be anything. It could be integer for in this example, and then just write dot demo, make it comma. So if you insert another one, you have the comma, and then simply write final int and then demo, and it should stop complaining. Yeah, you can see it's stop complaining about this over here. So this is how you add another parameter. I will delete this parameter for right now because I don't need it. But this is simply how you add another parameter. You don't need to use this button over here because it will actually delete all your code that you have. So if you just want to add another parameter, this is how you do it. And then later you can just use it over here. You can just say print. I delete it, but you can just say print widget and then demo, and it will be, and you can use it. Now right now it's complaining because I deleted this parameter, but this is actually how I did with the user location. So this is the user location, and I'm getting it from widget.user location, and I'm just checking if it's no or it's 0. Or the latitude or the longitude is 0, and the latitude and the longitude is 0 are 0. Then I'm just printing cannot find user location, but of course you can print anything. And I'll just show you. Later I'll show you what I mean, but by you can do anything. And then finally, I'm just converting this to a string. So it's just the latitude, comma, and then the longitude, and I'm doing this and converting this to a string. And when you're done, I can actually start my console, developer console, and you can see over here, maybe or not. Maybe I can move because the screen is not. You cannot see the screen currently. Let me just try if you can see it. Maybe if I can do it. Yeah, it's probably it's not super visible, but yeah, you can probably see over here it's 2, and then it's 3, and then it's 4, and then it's 5, and then 6, and this is the location of the user Currently I just put some random location. So so yeah, this is the location, and actually sending it from 1 to 9, and then it stops. You can see it over here. This is working. That's great. That's amazing. But the problem right now is that if you want to send this to use an apico to send this, it actually will give you, right now it will give you an error, because this custom widget don't know what is going on outside of this box. It's very strange, but this is how the this custom code behave in FlutterFlow right now. Maybe in the future they will change it, but right now this is how it behaves. Also, if you add a dependency, it will just tell you here that don't worry about the code and don't worry about the errors, just ignore them. So yeah, I have to remove this one. So in my case, I know that the backend API calls are here in my FlutterFlow project, and I'm sure about that, and I will show you how I'm sure about that. But you can see right now it's complaining, and if I compile this, it will say an error and it will not compile. But what you can do actually is just go over here, download the code, then follow the instructions, and open the code inside. Open the code inside. In my case, inside Android Studio. So if you open the code inside Android Studio, and then copy the same code, I'll just copy the same code. I'll just copy the same code. So after starting your project in Android Studio, you can simply can take the code that you need and put it in the place you need to put it, and then simply see if it works. If it work, actually, this is the thing. You have to know if it's work. If you don't get any errors, like I don't over here, I already actually put it, sorry. But if you don't get any errors, then you're good to go. And I can actually use instead of, this is just a simple API call, and instead of name, I can use the location over here, and it will, with this code over here, it will actually send the location of the user every second for 10 seconds, for 9 seconds actually, and and yeah, so this is how you can do it, and this is actually to check if your code is working, because right now if I do it like that, you can see that I will get an error. But don't worry about it, because FlutterFlow have you covered over here for that as well. If you get any errors over here, you can just check this checkbox, exclude from compilation, and it actually should work. Right now it will not work, but in the future I talk with the FlutterFlow team, and they told me, they promised me that they will fix that as soon as possible. So I hope that they will fix it in the couple of days. So this will actually work. So if I make it like this, this should work. It doesn't matter that you get an error, it should work. And yeah, this is basically how you do it. And the most important, this is the third part of my video, and the most important part, it's people will ask, how did you do that, and how did you manage to actually to do this? It's very simple. I will show you how you can do this. For example, there is one user who asked if when the, I'll show you from here. So when you have this container to upload pictures, and when you upload a picture, you get success here, and it says success, but he says this is not good for me. I don't want to get a success when some user upload this picture. I want something else. And there was another user who said, hey, I want to check if user, when after the user login, if the user is admin, and if the user is admin, then I want to send it to another place. And this is very simple about the about checking. You can actually check over here. You can check over here, and how you can actually check, because the simple thing you can do, it's this is for everything in general, is just place here text, for example, and then go to conditional visibility in this case, and then say condition, and then say first condition will be, for example, if the user, it's, for example, the email of the user, and then I will say specific value. So specific value. So I will say that if it's the user email, it's demo@email.com. And if it's this mail, then go to some other place. And I can do this by and the most important part is you can actually click the developer menu if you are a paid subscriber to FlutterFlow, and then view code, and then go to the bottom, because it's actually, you can actually click over here and you can see this text. But yeah, you can actually copy this code. It's very simple. You can actually copy this code and then go to the I'll just copy this widget, and I'll say it repeat code. Maybe I'll say it check user admin or something like that. It will not work like that, because I have to change it over here as well, but I don't want to do it right now. So I'll just yeah, I'll just write it back. So repeat the code. You just click cancel, it's easier. So so if you want to change the name, you have to change it over here as well, and here and here. I don't want to do that right now. But yeah, so I can delete everything over here, just delete it and put, I'm sorry, and this as well probably need to be deleted. Yes, and then put the code over here. And I don't need this, because this is just the code. This is the text. I don't need the text. I just need this part in order to see what I have and what I need. So it's in this case I have the current user email, and it's complaining that it says, I don't know what is what you're talking about. What is this current user? But you can actually go over here and then go to view code, and then you can actually check where is the current user coming from. So if you go over here, it says current user, but this current user is actually the best thing you can do is actually open the Android Studio and then right over here, current user. and see if you have access to the current user. Because if you have access to the current user here, you can actually do it in the custom widget. So current user email, and you can see that I have access because because it added it over here. So I can say current user that, for example, yeah, for example, that's anything that I want from over here. And yeah, I can actually check here. If I say if and say current user, I'll just copy it, of course, it will be easier. If current user is equal to demo.demo.com, demo@demo.com, and you can see that here it's not complaining about it. If here it's not complaining, this is very important, that's why I'm saying for the second time. If here it's not complaining, then you can simply just click this button and it will work. So don't worry about that. As I said, right now it will not work, but I hope that in the couple of days it will actually work. Because right now, if you even if you check this box, it will still says that you have a error. This custom widget is not compiled. It will still give you an error because of that. But in the future, they will just remove that error, and it should work. It's supposed to work. So what I suggest you is just try this first over here, and then try this in Android Studio, and then just copy paste the codes to your FlutterFlow. And sorry, yeah. And right now, I want to, for example, I want to say, okay, if this is the admin user, then I want to send this user to, I don't know, to the upload success page. It doesn't matter which page, just a demo page. And then it says just do it like you do it in everything in FlutterFlow, and then go to view code and go to the bottom, and this is actually the code. You can see it over here, and here you can see that on top, sorry. And this is the navigation path that you're going to, and you can actually copy this from this to this line. You can copy like this and put it over. The best thing is to just put it over here to just see if it will work, and it will complain, of course, because you have to import this page, and when you import it, it's not complaining anymore, which is great. It means that it will work. So if I come over here and just replace this code, not replace it, but actually add it. So if I add this code over here, it will just give you the same error. And I will just copy the widget. Where is the widget? I don't see the widget. Upload success. Yeah, it's this one. So if you just paste this over here, it will complain again. But don't worry about it. If in the Android Studio you don't get any errors, you're good to go. Just click over this button and everything should work perfectly fine. I will not, as I said, for the third time, right now it's not working, but it will work in the future. This is actually the whole idea of it. And yeah, it will actually, yeah, and the other important thing is, of course, I didn't mention that, but it's I think everyone should know that. But of course, you have to insert this custom widget. For example, this repeat code, you have to insert it over here. Otherwise, it will not work because it doesn't know where it should be and in which page. So if you can just insert it over here, make it 1 pixel, and yeah, and you're good to go. It says actually, I want the user location, And yeah, of course, I can give you the user location like this. Yeah, and you're done. And if you want to, you can place the second widget. And it's the same thing with the second widget. Just place one here, and then the user location. It again wants the user location because I just copy it. No, it's actually, yeah, it wants the user location, but I don't know what. Oh, it's sorry. It's of course it's not here. It should be over here. Yeah, and now it's complaining because, as I said, this is not working right now. But this is the code that it should work. And about the person that I said that I just want to make it so it will not complain about this code. Probably something like that. Yeah. So now, right now it's complaining because I don't have I didn't compile my code. But yeah, if you want to, I can just copy this again and then show you another user wanted to actually, as I said, wanted this upload image to have another text under not successed when a picture is uploaded, to be not success like this, to be something else or nothing at all, actually. So yeah, what you can do is actually create your own widget and then place it instead of the default one. You have to just copy this logic over. I think it's just this logic over here. Just copy it. Go to the widgets. Go here to this widget. And we don't actually need the parameter over here right now. Later we'll need it, but right now we don't need it. We don't need this code as well. And we want only, yeah, we can keep the container. It's okay about with that. And we can just paste this code over here. And then it says, yeah, I didn't import it properly because I got it with some brackets. I didn't get it how it's supposed to be. Yeah, so probably like that, and here it should be like that, and it's still complaining because this should be probably this should be removed, and this should be removed, and it should be like that. Yeah. So let me paste that over here, but actually I can delete this right now and just make it like it was before. Yeah, and then it's complaining about a lot of things, as you can see right here. But you can actually manage that because most of the things is just imports. As you can see, I just imported, simple as that, or upload data. Yeah, just import it. And here, probably it's another import. Create local variable, undefined variable. Okay, so I have undefined variable, which means that probably this variable was declared somewhere else, and I can actually go and see where is this variable declared. Just go over here, copy view code, sorry, and then I need this variable uploaded file URL, and I have to search about this. Maybe it's better if I use Control F, probably. Yeah, it's over here. And you can see it from extend state. So you have to put it over here. So you have to put it over here, and I also put it over, yeah, I have to put it over here under this extend state. And now it's not complaining anymore, which is great. And you can actually change this text right now and say whatever you want, like hello, it's done. The upload, it's done. The upload, it's done. And you can copy this text over here. This should, yeah, it should be something like that, probably. No, sorry, something like that, from here to here, probably. Yeah. And right now it's complaining about those imports. Don't forget, actually, it's very important. Don't forget to actually import the parts that you imported automatically from the IDE, from Android Studio, because otherwise it will not work, of course. And as I said, it's normal to complain. Just click this button, compile. It's not, you should not actually compile. But yeah, best thing that you can do is actually, after you're done with this, and you can download the code and then run it, and then just see, don't run it. Just see if you have any errors in your code. If you have any errors in Android Studio, then it will not work. You have to have a clean code in Android Studio in order to work. This is the best thing. And yeah, you can actually do a lot of things, and you can do almost everything. So yeah. So this is, as I said, this is a little bit more advanced. You need to know some code, but even if you don't know code, you can just simply copy and paste from here and put it in your custom function. But yeah, still you need to know some code, and you need to know what you're copying and pasting. And but yeah, this is everything. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you learned something from this video. Thanks.